Welcome to SAINTCON Hallway. Who am I speaking with today?
I'm cleeb.
Cleeb. That's your handle, or is that your full name?
That's my handle.
Okay.
My name is Caleb Smith. Some people know me by that.
I was going to ask you how you got your handle, but I'm going to guess, but maybe I'm wrong. Caleb shortened is Cleeb?
Yeah, more or less. When I was in high school, I was in marching band. The first day, my freshman year, someone mispronounced my name as Caleb.
Caleb.
They had never read the name Caleb before.
Okay.
And so from there, it got shortened to Cleb, for most of my high school I say career.
You can say that. High school career. My high school career.
And when I went to college, my friends, one of our things is like mispronouncing stuff. And so it went from Cleb to Cleeb. And everybody calls me Cleeb, my friends, my family. Well, not my family, but a lot of my friends, a lot of the people I'm close to, random people on the internet, everyone here at the con. So I just go by it. I use it everywhere.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Cleeb.
Thank you.
How many SAINTCONs have you been to?
Just 2 SAINTCONs. This is my second.
Second? And what is your favorite memory so far, either from this one or last one?
That's a good question. I would say the biggest thing for me was last year coming to SAINTCON. I really wanted to break into the InfoSec thing. At first I was starting to do starting out in my career, I was doing IT. I really liked sysadmin type stuff, and then lately, a couple months before the first SAINTCON, I decided I want to get into InfoSec. I want to break into this. I'm going to go to SAINTCON. I'm going to start hanging out at 801 Labs. Really cool place, by the way. And so I came to the con, and at the end of it, I got 7th in Hackers Challenge.
Awesome.
I was just ecstatic with that, and it kind of gave me the push to say I'm decent at this. I have a chance at breaking into InfoSec, getting a job, making some money, but also just making things more secure. It's something I have a lot of passion for.
And did you break in?
Yeah, I did.
So it worked.
It did. I actually work for Nemus. So.
Oh, Lance, love it. So you're now in the InfoSecs. How are you liking it so far?
Good. Yeah, it's I'm learning a lot, and there's always more to learn. I feel like I'm always missing something. There's always there's always some hacker that knows more than me. There's always, look at Hackers Challenge, right? There's always a lot of.
Well, you got 7th, so there's only 6 who know more than you.
I don't know if that's true, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right. If you could only have one tool to defend against attackers and hackers, what is that one tool?
Before this week, I probably would have answered with something different, but I'm going to say Wireshark. Clipper from the Home Labs community. He's done packet analysis his whole life, basically his whole career. He's super good at it. And he was kind of boasting the other night. He said, "I bet I could do the packet CTF in under an hour."
With Wireshark?
With Wireshark. And I said, "Okay, sit down and do it and show me how." And we blasted through it in an hour, and it was just a crash course in Wireshark. It has so much power. I had no idea how much stuff you could do with it. It's a very cool tool.
I'm not a Wireshark expert. I've taught classes on it.
Sure.
But I'm more of a fan of Zeek or Suricata.
Okay.
Take your same PCAP, shove it through there. I can answer those CTFs typically faster than the Wireshark people.
Really?
But I'm not going to say I'm going to beat Kipper. I don't know. Right? He might smoke me. But because it pulls the metadata out, super easy to answer questions so fast.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to try it out.
Go Docker up Zeek and give it a whirl.
Yeah, I will.
Throw a PCAP against it.
I think my UDM Pro is running Suricata, but I don't have any insight into it. I haven't messed with it at all.
So Suricata typically was like an IDS, but now they're doing more network visibility.
Oh, really?
But Zeek also has network visibility and it also does some IDS. So anyway,
very cool.
But both open source tools. I like Wireshark, but usually I will like to find it from a metadata and then I pivot into Wireshark when I have that full raw PCAP after I find what I care about.
Right.
But
okay, very cool.
Just some experience because I do a lot of network. That's my day job.
Yeah,
anyway.
Sure.
Not here nor there. That's cool. I'm a big fan of that as well. And Wireshark is obviously awesome.
Yeah.
Filtering, following streams. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to flip it on you. What tool would you pick?
People.
Really?
Yeah. I would much rather educate and train people than any tool. So I'm saying people are a tool, and that's not trying to diminish
Are you
it,
saying
but
I'm a tool?
I would much rather invest in people than I would tools.
Okay.
Right? If I get a good employee, I can make that more successful than buying a Blinky box.
Sure. That makes a lot of sense.
You can buy the best, coolest, sexiest tool that exists, and if you don't know anybody to run it or tune it, it's pointless.
I agree.
Yeah. And I was going to say, you can't buy Wireshark, it's free. But like, you can have that, and if you don't have you who suddenly got a passion for it or to using it,
Right.
it doesn't mean anything.
Like I've used Wireshark before. I had no idea. Without training me, without upgrading the people, if you will.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could do.
So
all that
invest in
cool
your
stuff.
people.
Right.
And that's me. I work for a vendor, and I'm still saying people over products.
Right.
Always people.
Okay.
And there's so much open source stuff that exists. Start with that until it becomes unmanageable, and then buy a product. So many people swing for the Lamborghinis,
Right.
and they don't know how to drive a Toyota.
Some people swing for Kubernetes and have
Yeah.
never spun up a Docker container. Yeah.
Yeah, or even like rent a VM, and they're like, I'm doing K8s today, and you're like, okay, like this is hard, and you're like, well,
Yeah.
you gotta.
Who could have predicted this?
Yeah, exactly. But even then, like they're paying for some paid service that does all. Yeah. Anyway, not here nor there. What is something that people don't know about you?
That's a very good question. I'm really into. I'm really into ham radio. I'm a big radio nerd.
Okay. You have a call sign. You registered. You got
Yeah.
technician license.
I've got the extra license.
Oh.
I got the highest class of license.
There's some ham people here.
I got some antennas on my car, some radios. I do a lot of long range stuff. I help run a ham radio club that's online specifically for young people, because the ham radio, even if you look at the ARRL's own statistics, the average age is like 60, 65, something like that. Yeah, and so I spend a lot of my time trying to help people my age, people younger, people slightly older in ham radio. We have a little community online. It's really nice.
You make your own antennas?
I have not made my own antenna yet. That's something I want to do eventually. I've actually got a kit I'm buying. I should come here in a couple weeks. But
You ever bounce signal off of space station?
not the space station. I have, every night I bounce it off the ionosphere. I've done satellite work before, but not the ISS specifically.
I'm not a ham radio guy, but I got 2 on you there already. You gotta step it up, Cleb.
Sorry.
No, it's only because 801 Labs, Troy Jessup was there doing ham radio classes. It wasn't on my own accord. I was there, and he's like, we're going to make antennas. And I'm like, cool. So we all made antennas.
Okay.
We're going to bounce a signal at the space station.
No, that's good to know. I had no idea. I just got a grant for 801 Labs from a ham radio organization. We're going to get some antennas, some radios.
Ping Troy.
Yeah.
Troy is a ham radio junkie.
I'll reach out to him. I had no idea.
Jupiter.
Yeah.
Go next time you see him, be like, Pope said you're a ham radio junkie. I'm going to do this at 801 Labs, and he'll just go.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
That guy's a nerd.
Okay,
With it.
I'll bug him about it. That's awesome.
If I threw some, just based on appearance, and I know that's probably not the right proper thing to do, I assume you're not an old man like me.
Not quite.
If I threw some old terms at you, you want to take a stab at what they mean?
Let's do it. Why not?
Okay. What is a laser disc?
Laserdisc was like the record-sized CDs, right? The really big ones.
Yeah.
People collect them now
Yeah.
as like memorabilia. Yeah.
And they were used for?
Movies.
Yes. Good job.
Yeah.
All right.
I have friends that collect them.
1 for 1. All right. Well, I'm going to try to stay away from the media ones then, because I think you might have them. What is a MySpace?
MySpace was a social media back then.
All right. All right.
MySpace Tom and all that.
If you were to defrag something,
Yeah, so you would defrag your hard drive, right?
are you sure you're not as old as me?
I have a lot of friends. I read a lot.
You're banging out these old 90s
You gotta
terms.
go older, man. I was born in '99. I'm not too young.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I had a Windows 95 computer.
Oh, all right. So Zune means something to
Yeah,
you?
and I never had one, but lots of people did.
Yeah.
A little bit before my time.
Everybody's iPods.
Yeah, I was an iPod kid.
All right. Well, I think you got. Do you ever degauss a monitor?
I didn't do that.
Do you know what it is though?
Yeah, it's like a CRT thing, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. You've got 100%. You
Let's
did better than
go.
almost anybody else in your age bracket when I've asked them. Most have a few here or there. The more infosec you are, generally the older you get with terms. But I
Sure.
usually stump people, and I didn't get you. So maybe maybe next time.
It helps that I'm interested in older technology a lot of the time. A lot of my friends are retro computing enthusiasts. At the con, someone brought me a TTY to hook up to my phone. I'm going to play with it once I get home. It'll be
Awesome.
a lot of fun.
If you could go back in time and tell yourself one thing, what would you tell yourself?
Stop stressing.
Stop stressing.
Yeah.
So is that what I should be telling you right now?
Yeah.
Is it still persistent?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cleb, stop stressing.
Yeah, stop overthinking. Stop having that anxiety about are you good enough? Are you going to make it?
Sounds like you already made
people
it.
care?
You're already good enough.
I've made it pretty far. I'm really happy with where I'm at.
So 5 years from now, you're
Gonna be
going
even
back and
better.
watching this recording.
I'm going to be like, he was such a dork.
No, well, I mean, we all, right? Whatever.
Right.
But you're watching this. What's something you want to tell yourself in 5 years?
That's a really good question. Appreciate what you have.
Love it.
Don't always chase the newest, biggest thing.
I don't think I can sum any of this up any better than the last two things you said. We all, Cleb, Jamez, myself, mispronouncing words, that was your thing.
Yeah.
Stop stressing and
Appreciate
look
what
to
you
the
have.
future and appreciate what you have. All right, well, it was a pleasure. Thank you for joining me in the SAINTCON Hallway.
Thank you for having me.